video topic is preventing athletic injuries. Oh, easy. Don't be athletic. The first step in preventing athletic injury is to get a preseason physical. A preseason or back-to-school physical is a great way to determine if a young athlete is fit to play. Sports physicals help assess any areas of concern for athletes before they start an activity, and in turn keep them from further injuring themselves during play if a condition is present and needs to be treated. When it comes to preventing athletic injuries, providing a healthy, well-balanced diet is probably not one of the first things that comes to mind. However, it is important for athletes to eat a well-balanced diet full of fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins. It is also important for them to maintain a healthy, regular eating schedule. For instance, have breakfast, lunch, and dinner around the same time each day. In sports like wrestling, where extra importance is put on an athlete's weight, parents need to make sure that their athlete follows safe eating habits, such as not skipping meals. On the flip side, eating too much before exercise can cause stomach cramps and nausea. The next way to prevent athletic injury is to emphasize proper technique and guidelines. Just like in gaming, in every sport there's a correct way and a wrong way to do things. For example, football players are taught the correct way to tackle an opponent without suffering a concussion. And baseball players are taught the proper way to throw and follow the guidelines to how many throws they can make in a day. Just like in gaming though, if you don't follow the guidelines or the proper techniques once, that'll cause you to lose. Sleep is also very important. Allow me to elaborate on what he just said. Athletes of all ages need to rest between practices, games, and events. A lack of sleep and muscle fatigue predispose an athlete to injury. In fact, the most common injuries I see in young athletes are overuse injuries, too many sports, and not enough rest. All in the same vein of thinking though, parents should also plan an off-season for their athletes, giving him or her adequate time to recuperate before the next season. One treatment for preventing athletic injury is ice baths. Cold therapy has been around for a long time, but ice baths take it a step further. Cold water immersion causes the blood vessels to constrict, decreasing swelling, inflammation, pain, and muscle spasms. Many endurance athletes should stay in ice baths for 10 minutes or less, whereas football players and other intensity athletes should stay in for 10 minutes or less. This is because many runners and triathletes look at ice baths only to decrease soreness and pain, but also being able to improve their endurance and running performance. Football players, on the other hand, use ice baths mostly for muscle recovery and to reduce pain. Oh man, that's cold. Lastly, some statistics. More than 3.5 million children ages 14 and younger get hurt annually playing sports or participating in recreational activities. Although death from a sports injury is rare, the leading cause of death from sports-related injury is a brain injury. Sports and recreational activities contribute to approximately 21% of all traumatic brain injuries among American children. Almost 50% of head injuries sustained in sports or recreational activities occur during bicycling, skateboarding, or skating incidents. More than 775,000 children ages 14 and younger are treated in hospital emergency rooms for sports-related injuries each year. Most of the injuries occurred as a result of falls, being struck by an object, collisions, or overexertion during unorganized or informal sports activities. Playgrounds, sports, or bicycle-related injuries often occur among children between ages 5 and 14 years old. The highest rates of injury occur in sports that involve contact or collisions. Most severe injuries occur during individual sports or recreational activities. Most organized sports-related injuries, 62%, occur during practice. That's the end of the video. If you liked it, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. Or click here to watch another video that you might like.